Okay, this is Steve at HFT Alert. I see we've got about 20 people online. I was um, make sure if my audio is good, someone let me know. And I don't have my having a little trouble steadying the cam here. But at any rate, these background algo levels, this program, this little monitor right here shows us the average level of programs and how many stocks that they're working on at any one point in time. And this level has been elevated all day. I'll scroll over here to the left, and we can see those levels have held well above the zero line here. That means that these programs are tracking on a minimum of 25 stocks where they're buying or selling each time. And this is when you see this kind of elevated level here, it does open up the possibility of a cascading event because there's so many machines on that they're competing against each other. Something else of interest here, this graph right here, you can see it moving down. These are manipulative algorithms that are what we used to call cycle repeaters. And we can see here that they're bursting. I mean, this is very unusual activity for this particular monitor. And what it's showing here on these symbols, we got PMC. I mean, the symbols are shooting by so quickly you can't really see them. But what they're doing here is they're manipulating the bid sizes and the offer sizes, not prices, but sizes. And some of that could be looking for liquidity, looking for other algorithms that are trying to do something. We never know what. These are mainly execution algorithms rather than trading algorithms. And this is also tells us that the amount of program messaging going through the system is extremely high right now. There you see that red one went by. That's Cisco. That shows a very high level. So going back here, it's really a little disturbing. I've only seen this kind of elevation a couple of times before over the last 4 years. So it's a little disturbing. If we come over here and look at our liquidity accumulators, first we look at our VXX market pressure accumulator, which is this one. We don't use this accumulator, at least I don't use this accumulator to trade VXX. I use it as a proxy for whether they're buying protection against SPY. So if this is rising, it's going to put pressure on SPY. We come up here to our SPY accumulator. First, let's look at our market pressure, which measures demand. We can see at the early part of the day we had some short covering demand, which then turned down at around 10:09. And you can see it turned down a little bit before those highs were made. If we look at our liquidity accumulators, we can see that they bought into the lows. I would assume that's all short covering. Here we can see the algos bought into, and they're still covering. The dark pools covered into those lows, and then they started selling at about 10:20, and we got another push down. So it's an interesting day. Well, let's take a look. Something's just happened over here. We can see that our program levels all of a sudden here in the last minute. Whoops, sorry about that, folks. I'm getting a tripod next week that'll make this a little easier. I don't know if that's it's not focusing too well. There we go. All right, so here we see this has dropped down to normal now. Normally we see this level down here at this lower level. So something here over the last 30 seconds has changed. A lot of these programs were turned off. Sometimes I wonder whenever I tweet out things about quote spamming or one thing or another, I tend to see the activity change. So that noise there was someone was texting me something. But these program levels are back down to normal levels. So whoever had their machines turned on have turned them off. We can see that we're not seeing that level of program bursts now here. So something has definitely changed. Maybe it's a result of them seeing my tweet, or yeah, the Pope must have, the Pope's responsible. We can see here's this EWJ quote spamming that we see all the time. And so these levels have just dropped back down. So that's very interesting, isn't it? Let's see if we've got any change in our SPY accumulators here. We can see another dark pool buy spike there. So very interesting. This is very interesting. I'm going to have to talk to a buddy of mine and find out what this is like. Anyway, that's what I had to show today. If you want more information, go to hftalert.com. I post mostly on the Delineator Journal during the day. So if you go to hftalert.com and go to the Delineator Journal link, there's a link there to sign up for a 2-week free trial. For every post I make on Twitter, I probably make 24 on the journal site. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in these kinds of things during the day, to get on that. Anyway, thank you very much. Anybody have any questions while I'm still on the cast here?